If you care about which party controls Congress, you need to be paying attention to the election in Virginia. What you're looking at here are the current congressional districts in Virginia, and the shading represents how these congressional districts voted in the 2024 presidential election. Right now, Virginians are heading to the polls to decide whether they want to allow their state legislature to adopt this map. Now, this map looks a lot bluer. In the current congressional map, you'll see there's 5 Republican-held congressional seats. Looking at the proposed map, you see only 1 Republican seat in the western part of the state. This new map would completely change the political culture of Virginia. There will be Republican voters in deeply Republican areas, suddenly represented by a Democrat. And that's because Democrats are trying to gerrymander Virginia to have more Democratic congressional seats ahead of the midterm elections. Now, this has been proposed as a way for Democrats to fight back in the national redistricting war that was sparked by the president and Republicans in Texas last summer. They drew 5 new Republican-leaning seats. That prompted a response from Democrats in California. They were able to get their voters to support a new map that drew 5 Democratic-leaning seats, effectively canceling out the Texas maps. Now, Republicans in Missouri and North Carolina also drew new maps, adding a single Republican-leaning seat. Other states also redrew their maps, though it wasn't necessarily at the behest of the president or in response to him. Republicans have gained a very slight advantage, or at least perceived to. Virginia is the last major opportunity for Democrats to draw new maps. But Republicans still have a few options. The biggest and the most central being Florida. Governor Ron DeSantis there has signaled his intent to draw new congressional maps. Now, how many seats they're able to draw remains an open question. There's also a very significant court case hanging over all of this, and that's the fate of the Voting Rights Act. If the Supreme Court were to strike down this critical provision of the Voting Rights Act that effectively prohibits racial gerrymandering, there's a host of states that could still redraw their maps.